What's up guys, my name's Dan and welcome to The Vault. Today I'll be reviewing the beach bod action flick Baywatch, starring Dwayne Johnson, Zac Efron and Alexandra Daddario. Baywatch tells the story of the lifeguards who watch and protect their beach, foiling a plot to smuggle drugs through their beach. Cue heavily muscled bods and extremely hot women as this old TV show is rehashed. The film opens hilariously with one of the characters getting his penis stuck in a beach chair. We get our introductions to most of the characters in this first scene. Now, muscle envy is definitely a thing in this film. Zac Efron and Dwayne Johnson are so goddamn buff. We even get to experience the two's workout routine at one point as they literally haul fridges on their shoulders as they compete against one another. Each cast member is good enough in their respective roles, despite there being no stellar performances. Dwayne Johnson plays the same as he always does in every film he's in, the gruff action hero. I still love him though. Zac Efron plays a total broing it up until at which point he needs to seek redemption. The standout, however, was Priyanka Chopra, and I apologise if I completely just butchered that name, who plays the sexy yet dangerous villain. Then all you need to do is throw in a handful of beautiful women and you have yourself a Baywatch film, I guess. From the cast comes the comedy, and the comedy mostly consists of dick jokes and gross out humour. Now, if these two things are done well, then it can make a film really funny and really enjoyable. This film, unfortunately, delivers on these two things only half as well, so much that it will probably only elicit a few chuckles from you. The film does, however, poke fun at itself and the original TV show, so the action sequences are pretty standard, very generic and nothing not seen before. They're entertaining enough so as to move the film along, however. The strongest thing about this film for me is the soundtrack. It's slick and fresh, with each track perfectly used for each scene in which it was featured. This film, unfortunately, does suffer from a lot. The script is clunky and badly written, with some really cringy one-liners. The story, it gets confused and muddled at certain parts, making the villain's plan not 100% clear. It just doesn't run very smoothly. The story also vastly overestimates the job role of a lifeguard. I mean, I realise it's a film, but certain things like walking into a morgue without being stopped just bathe the film in unrealistic light. The CGI isn't great, it's noticeably bad, in fact. So bad that not even I could ignore it or pass it off. There are a lot of things wrong with this film, but I won't sit here and bash it. It's enjoyable for what it is. The lesson I did get from this film, though, was that you shouldn't mess with The Rock and his beach, because he is big, he is scary, and he will plough your motherfucking ass into the sand. Probably. Anyway, guys, as always, let's see if Baywatch belongs in The Vault. Guys, here we are back at the blackboard to see if Baywatch belongs in The Vault. If you're wondering where that music is coming from, my housemate slash cameraman is extremely black, and he thought it'd be a good idea to play some tunes while we do this, so fuck it, why not? Always rolling and changing here at The Vault. First question, was the film entertaining? Was I bored at any point whilst watching it? With this film, I thought this film would be a lot more entertaining than it was. Obviously it has The Rock, it has Zac Efron, who I both love in any of their previous films. But there were points where I was bored, there were points where the comedy for me didn't really land. So for that, I'm going to give it a cross. Question number two. How was the music, direction, etc.? Did it make the viewing experience any better? As I said was the first question, the comedy with me didn't really hit. There were a few funny moments, but it was mostly dick jokes and just crude humour, which can be done well in a certain way, but for this one I don't really think they kind of got it right. Also, the special effects in this film were just noticeably shit. So that kind of just brought me out of the film, and there wasn't really anything about this film that, you know, made it great or memorable. So for that, I'm going to give it a cross. Question number 3: did the film elicit an emotional response? Did it empathise with the characters? This has to be another no. There wasn't any kind of emotional response. I didn't really empathise with any of the characters. It was just one of those films that you go into and it's supposed to make you laugh, but it didn't even really do that for me. So unfortunately, that is another cross for Baywatch. Question number 4: would I pay to watch this film? I did pay to watch this film, but with hindsight, I probably wouldn't have paid to watch it. I would have just waited for it to come out, so it was much cheaper. I would have grabbed it when it was much cheaper on DVD or streaming or whatever. So I probably would not have paid to watch this film. The only reasons I could think of going to pay for it is for the women, the really hot women in it. But if you're not a perv like me, then obviously Zac Efron and Dwayne Johnson, you know, who are obviously a big draw for a lot of people. So for that, unfortunately, I'm going to give it another cross. Question number 5: would I suggest this film to my friends and you lovely subscribers? I mean, as I always say, always go and watch a film and make your own judgments, but I honestly wouldn't suggest this film to you guys. If you do want to watch it, I would suggest just wait until it comes out. Until it comes out, it's cheaper. I wouldn't pay money to go watch it in a cinema, even though by the point this video comes out, it's probably not going to be in the cinema anymore. But I would suggest it to you guys. There's other films out there at the moment that are much better than this. So unfortunately, Baywatch gets a 5th cross. So there we have it. Baywatch unfortunately gets 5 crosses and will not be going into the vault. And as always, guys, if you agree or disagree with my comments on this film, please let me know down below in the comments. And also, please like and subscribe down below as well. And if you like what I'm doing here, guys, and you're excited for things to come, then keep watching. There's always more videos coming, and I'm working on some ideas at the moment. I am just extremely busy. But until the next video, peace and love, my dudes.